And all four shots hit.
All 4 shots hit. What's their damage?
And energy damage.
It's 1d10 plus what?
1d10 plus 3, penetration 3.
Okay, 1d10 plus 3. So basically, 1d10 plus 3, penetration 3. So I'm gonna just give me a sec. Okay,
And they all have toxic.
Okay, she has armor 4 all over, so that would be 1d10, 1d10 plus 2. And then actually, this would be just roll, actually here, I'll roll, or unless you want to, you can roll 4 d10s, and for each one, take away 2, because that is just the damage that would be given to her.
I'll come up. I'll
Actually,
roll it.
no, I should wait. Actually, yeah, you do. I have to attempt her to dodge because she's going to attempt to dodge. She's not stupid. And yeah, I think
Unless
I get hit by, I think, let's see, 17.
Unless you can dodge 7 degrees. It's all 7 degrees.
No, it's not that. The thing is you fired 4 times. Every dodge you dodge 1. You still hit me with 1 of those.
Yeah, it's like dodge them all. You have to make 7 degrees.
No, I don't have. Wait, what? I have to make. No, I don't have to match your dodge to dodge them all.
No, it's.
When are you getting 7 degrees?
Well, you're firing 4 shots. Just because that doesn't count. Just because you fired them with 7 degrees of success, you were talking about
I know.
7 shots. Every degree of success on a dodge.
I'm thinking I'm using using a normal auto gun.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm getting a call.
Alright.
Just yeah. So one of those do hit. Clover.
Okay, so 1d10
would be a -2 because that's just her toughness and armor taken out of the thingy. These.
So 1d10 plus 2 damage.
Minus because that's basically she has armor 4 and toughness 4.
You don't minus a damage. You roll a damage, then you subtract the damage.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Just roll. Just roll 1d10.
He's trying to simplify it.
Okay, that's okay. Then that would just be that
4
minus.
Damage.
Well, yeah, that would be so it's 12, but that's with the plus 3. Pen 3, right? You pen 3, so there's still 1 armor left over, and that would. So then armor. So 1 armor plus her 4 toughness would mean that would be dropped down to 7.
Hey guys.
Now toxic.
Quick little bit of a heads up. I am going to have to head out for a couple of minutes and run over to McDonald's.
That's fine.
So.
Okay. Let's see. I have. Wait, toxic. Wait. Considering the weapon, would it count as poisoning?
What?
I mean, this. Does that? I mean, would that count as? I mean, would you guys put that as? There's no resistance radiation.
You can get resistance radiation, and then the Tome of Decay they added irradiated to weapon quality that can insta-give you.
Okay, so I'm just kind of wait. Since it's just toxic, it just is toxic 0, right? There's no toughness negative to it. It just says toxic, right? Or does it have toxic in parentheses something?
-10, a -10 to your toughness.
It's a toxic 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fucking radiation.
Okay, I'm just curious. I don't think it was. Okay, so we're just.
Actually, Venom, you would when you go to the dentist, if you don't wear that little apron thing when they use a real X-ray on you, it could give you radiation poisoning.
Yeah, but poisoning still takes a while to kill you.
No.
since
Okay,
it's
let me talk real quick. Going to the dentist and getting the radiation checkup without the vest, that gives you 10 GRM, and it only takes 100 of it to give you severe radiation poison.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to hurt. The gun definitely puts a lot more than just 10. Yeah. So basically, I'm just curious, would resistance poisoning negate, well, at least give the advantage for resisting against the toxic?
Yes.
Actually, there is a skill called resist radiation.
So yes or no? Flip coin.
I'd say yes.
It wouldn't give you a bonus. It wouldn't give you a bonus.
I still pass, though, even if it were a negative, because Pest has 46 toughness, neg 10 would be 36. So you blast this thing at her, which wait, does it actually describe how you basically are shooting radiation at her, which I guess would cause her skin to boil and everything?
It's basically functions like a normal hell pistol, but it gives radiation instead of.
Instead of just normal energy damage, the energy it's shooting is irradiated. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to think about to describe it. Basically, you basically as you kind of move to the side, you take out your thing in full auto. She attempts to dodge your shots, but one of them does strike her in the, well, I'm just gonna guess. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's chest, body. One of them does strike her in the body, and she grimaces as the energy punches through her mesh armor, and basically starts burning and burns her skin and bone, leaving a nasty burned gash on her chest.
Jesse left a comment about he was talking to the demon before he left.
Oh, okay. Are you so confident about this? I bet pure soul agents one boon of my choice. Okay, I'll think about it. Anyways, Pest just grimaces, and then her eyes flare in anger, glowing green as she calls forth more power. And this time, and this is going to be another,
Probably gonna die here.
Tendrils of corrosion on, actually no, that wouldn't really help. Actually no, I'm going, okay, screw it. Force bolt again.
She's gonna push it and feather or whatever.
She's push it good.
Okay,
push it real good.
Not realistic like Blight. Blight would just be pushing it all the time because he just doesn't give a shit. But she actually has self-conservation in mind.
Oh, plus 20 to my psychic phenomenon and perils rolls on top of what I already got. Not a problem.
Yeah, she will just be unfettering it. And that is, I think I'm hitting you the exact amount of times as before. So 36, 46, 50, 66, 76. No, I hit you 5 times. You're rolling a 7 off of a 78.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm dead.
You can spend infamy to re-roll, can't you?
Nope.
Yeah, you can. Your corruption's high enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually have it. Yeah, I can. Let's re-roll that.
Unfortunately, Nurgle gets screwed over the fact that you can't spend infamy to re-roll.
One more time.
No.
You can't re-roll again. You can't re-roll.
You can't. You have to take the second number.
Result. If you spend the infamy point, you have to stick with the re-roll result. If you do go for plus
I was dead
10,
either way.
Okay, and
you can burn infamy.
You basically I mean, that depends. This will go which option do you want to burn infamy? Do you want to burn the one where you get knocked out of the game, or burn the one where you're left with 1 wound?
What do you mean knocked out of the game?
Not knocked out of the game.
Session.
Basically, there's one where you basically burn 10 plus 1d10 infamy, and you're taken out of the session, but you don't have a. Basically, when you come back in next session, you will be up to full wounds. However, if you want to keep on playing, you can do a 1d10 plus 8. You burn that infamy, and you're put back with 1 wound, but you can die again.
If I burn and get knocked out of the session, could I say I just get pissed off and kill her?
No, you'll be
It
knocked
doesn't
out of
work
the session.
that way.
Basically, I have a way of how to roll it and how to do it.
She
I
blasts
thought
you into a wall, and the wall just kind of crumbles, and she thinks you're dead, but you're not.
Well, that would actually be from the case, anyways. That would be if he did for the one to be dropped down to 1 wound. For the other one, if you decide to be out of session, I will have it be so that we basically the powers of you basically as Jistara is being struck with this, and as she is dying, the Chaos Gods do intervene as her soul as she's dying in her body, and she will basically kind of just be sucked into the warp for a brief amount of time.
Corruption for failing.
Yeah, and then you also have to do the 1d10 corruption for failing. So which either choice you get 1d10 corruption for failing. So
you can just die.
No, Clover, however, if you do go for the 1 wound, she could kill you again. And then you would have to burn more infamy.
Or he could kill her.
Or, yeah, that could be the case, but the same thing is just there's that option of...
isn't he knocked out if he's at the 1 wound?
No.
So she would get...
You will be... Probably Jistara will be no doubt stunned. Probably have to spend maybe like a round or 2 trying to recover, but basically just dazed. But generally Pest will probably just be thinking you are dead. So it's up to you, Clover. What do you want to do?
Kills champion of Nurgle after playing dead. Nurgle is pleased.
Well, Pest has infamy. She can burn it. And she has crit.
So this could just be an infamy dick slapping contest, potentially.
No, I will ensure. Don't worry. If Pest gets hit, if Pest dies, I won't have her do the one thing where she comes back with 1 wound. She'll probably just do the one thing where she just disappears for the session. Nurgle the warp pops open. The warp pops open and Nurgle sucks her in, and then she appears later, I guess.
An unclean head pops out of nowhere, eats her, and disappears.
She is forced to watch a great unclean one pole dance. There's that 1d10 corruption.
Or that,
and a mental disorder.
Listen to Papa Nurgle sing his special Nurgle lullaby.
Either one of
Really
those
puts his heart out into it, but the problem is that he just has no singing voice, and the problem is he just pukes all over those listening.
Yeah, that's worth a D10. Either one's worth a D10 corruption and a mental disorder for a while.
Yeah.
So it's up to what you want to do, Clover. I'm just saying
It's like you come up here saying I'm overpowered for a while. This just shows I am not made for combat.
You could also just burn all your infamy and go out in a blaze of glory and take her with you.
No. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do, Clover.
It's a viable option.
Clover's weighing your his options.
Well, we gotta set a time limit. Others have to play.
Yeah, man, I don't want to get blown the fuck up because you decided to take too long deciding if you weighing your options. I
Well, to
have
be
children.
fair, Clover,
I have
you
children
guys
to
were egging
steal
on
and
the
eat.
fight. You were egging on the fight. I was thinking actually Rasputin would prevent me from going into combat, but then you just you
I
go
thought
about kissing her,
I thought
and
you'd
she's
ride
just
around on Wolfie and Rafiki stick both of them for being idiots.
It's like, come on, Refutin, help me.
No, he's taking
Jesse
bets.
decided to stay out of it. I mean, do realize he's kind of neutral in the entire affair.
He's
And the
actually
player
putting
is-
both bets on you.
Yeah, he put bets. Oh, yeah, we
Which
gotta
it
tell-
looks like he's just lost his bet.
Oh, anyways, Clover.
You could punish Jesse and just burn your infamy to come back next session.
YOLO, let's go with the 1 wound.
1 wound, so roll 1d10 plus 8. For that's how much infamy you have to burn.
Now, what power was she using?
Force storm.
Force storm?
I think it's from how lower. I think Force Storm was a little powerful for the beginning.
It doesn't have any
You
penetration
can't
either.
I mean, hey, you guys are high. You guys, most of you have started off as either abhumans or the advanced archetype guys. I have leveled appropriate. to
Well,
actually give
also,
something
Force Storm
value.
doesn't have any penetration.
No, it doesn't. It's just full on impact, but it's 1d10 plus 3 per point of psi rating.
But from starting out, that's that would be something more you would put on later on, Psychers.
It's only worth 350 experience.
Yeah, it's cheap.
It's relatively cheap, and the 2 before it you need to get are not all that expensive either.
Force Bolt and Mind Over Matter. I'm a
Yeah.
Jedi!
Pretty much.
So how much infamy again?
It's 1d10 plus 8 you have to burn.
Well, that was if he comes back next session. You said if he goes down to 1 wound,
No, 1d10.
it's a D10 plus 10.
Oh, no, it's a d10 plus 10 if he wants to come back next session. It's less of a he burns less if he
I
decides.
could have sworn it was you said it the other way around.
Okay, you want
No.
to read? You want to go to the thing and read it?
What it is you burn less because you have that chance of dying
Still playing. Oh, and also you still have the plans of still playing throughout the session. You don't have your time playing doesn't immediately end for that session.
Yeah.
If I'm going to lose infamy either way, I got stuff I have to do I got stuff I got to do anyways after this. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my session here.
Okay, so you want to do 1d10 plus 10, or I mean, do you want to just be you use a plus 8 and just have it be Clover for the rest of the session is knocked out, or just Tara is knocked out? I mean, either works. But the only problem is next session you will come back with just one. You'll be on 1 wound if you do so that might take a while to heal.
No,
you said he'd come back next session at full.
No,
That's
I
if
meant
he takes the 10.
If he does the D10 plus 8, burn that, and he will be stuck at 1 wound for next session. If he does the D10 plus 10, he will be at full wounds next session.
That's what he chose to do.
Okay, D10.
Yeah,
plus 10?
I got other stuff I have to do anyway. So it's just.
So you want to roll that, or want to roll that?
Just. Okay, I lose 13.
So 13, you lose 13, and 1d10. This is how much you gain 1 point of corruption.
Wow.
As Tara, you are basically sent flying into the wall, and you basically get flying into a stone building, and as your body gets crushed. As your body gets crushed, as you feel your soul depart, the must have been something with the weak veil between the warp. But as you feel you are actually teleport. You are actually warp teleported as the warp opens up and swallows you in, and you actually warp teleport into Devona's medbay on board the Coldest Night.
Yes, now next session I can have my mooks.
Yes. So that's actually why you basically, so that's what happens.
Well, what's
Do
the
I need to
minimum
do a-
infamy required for standard minions?
The thing is however, Clover already bought the talents for minions, so I wouldn't. That would be such a dick move to say, "Oh, you minion."
Well, I'm just curious because I've never had the chance to ask somebody who's run other games. It's like, well, if you have talents that you drop below the prerequisite for, do you just lose the talent or do you lose the benefit?
I wouldn't say that because that sounds a bit dickish.
That's
on
the GM.
What happened?
Personally, for me, it would sound a rather dickish since the minion rules are kind of stupid or silly anyways, how it's fellowship and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, if you buy the minion talent and then you lose infamy or lose fellowship, you don't immediately lose the talent because that's just like 500 EXP down the train. And so don't worry, Clover, you will not lose your minions.
Yeah, and I still have to decide if I want to make an additional minion or just make a third of the other two I have, because I forgot I already had a lesser minion at the beginning.
Okay.
I had a lesser minion that got upgraded into a minion when I grabbed the minion talent.
So basically, I did a willpower test to see if I was shocked with Clover flying into the medbay. My character's like, eh.
Yeah, for Clover, and also for another thing for Clover, for that, you do gain 200 experience, however, for that combat in there, and kind of egging out a fight, which I initially wasn't expecting. So yeah, you
to be honest.
And if you have other stuff to do, Clover, you can leave You can leave now if you want to, because
I'm out of session anyways.
Oh yeah, how does Devona react to basically Clover appearing on one of the you basically go a warp portal opens up on one of the walls and literally just Tara goes flying through and she lands on the floor.
I already did my willpower thing. I got a 13.
Any other reactions besides just the roll? I mean, it's just like...
yeah, my character kind of hears the warp portal. I look and see Jestar fall onto the ground. I'm like, not a patient.
Fronner.
For you, Clover, just Tara, you are not completely... You're dazed, but I'm just saying as in your out of session is you're too wounded to really participate at all. But you can talk.
It's like Devoda is the heretic, right?
No.
Devoda is the flesh shaper. Viz is the heretic.
I'm the doctor. Maybe Devoda's a little excited. She's like, ooh, I get to operate on a new species. Yeah, that's her reaction. She's actually more excited that Clover's here now wounded than anything else.
Maybe I should. Thinking about it now, maybe I should have taken the demon-born background. I would start off with 30 corruption, but hell, I start off with regeneration.
Oh. Well, I don't know. Just okay. So how does basically you are dazed, just Tara. Does Frauder react to?
I don't know.
Because
How
he's
dope?
as well. Probably under some medication because Devona wants him to stay there.
No, she's not having
She put enough tranquilizers into Frauder that could actually put down a orc knob.
No. I don't say that he can. I just say he can. Since he's lightly wounded, he's stable. He can walk around the ship. I don't have him like super heavily.
Oh, if he were probably if you were crit, you'd probably have like.
Yeah, if he was critted, and I'm going with the new information we have since we've
Okay, yeah,
retconned the
yeah, yeah. I
damage.
know it's screwed up. Yada yada yada. Okay, so Fronner, how do you react to Justara kind of like dropping in?
Well,
You're
I
not
was trying.
sedated.
I know I'm not sedated, thank goodness. No, Bronner immediately helps her up. It's like,
It's
what's happened?
KO.
Justara is basically extremely wounded, but it seems like from what you can tell,
I have
Fans
hardy. I have hardy, so I could only be lightly wounded.
Well, it's just saying, you just yeah, you. But does that negate crit?
No.
No.
I mean,
You're
basically,
treated
yeah. I'm
as
just
lightly
saying. I'm
wounded.
just saying. I'm not putting you into crit, but I'm just saying your body. You would look extremely wounded.
Yeah.
But
you can still
take it
have the
first.
critical effects and not be in crit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I'm just saying for what Justara looks like, because she does not look in a good condition at all. It seems like she was pummeled by a massive wave of, well, force, gravitational force, or something similar to it. Almost as if potentially someone's basically hit her with a train.
And I'm trying to figure out how to just sit there and hit my plasma pistol when I said I wear kind of robes.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out how she was able to specifically target my pistol, my plasma pistol, when I wear robes and everything.
I thought it was out on the. I mean, how do you?
Happened.
Maybe I should have. That was probably meta on my part, but
that was a little meta.
I was thinking that you were having it open. Since you didn't say you were concealing it, I thought you were having it out in the open, and it was kind of like on.
I'm kind of a person that doesn't show that I have weapons.
You also did not declare your equipment, and it has already happened. Let us move on. It can be repaired.
Okay, that's. Well, do you even have plasma training for weapons?
Yeah.
Oh, anyways. Yeah.
No,
anyways.
Bronner helps get her onto the table as
like, yes, I say, as like a Nurgle psyker with no sense of humor.
He describes blight.
No, she talked about him. The other one is pest. And hold up the plasma pistol, and she destroyed your plasma pistol.
It's not destroyed. It's poor craftsmanship. It can be fixed, but it will just require some.
Actually, 1 second. Let me go ahead and do a quick roll on that.
Okay, that's actually my willpower for it. Not only is Frogner probably smelling, if Jestar is now smelling, and I'm having to leave the room for a bit because it stinks too much.
Okay, you leave the room.
No, let's see now. Which
vomits.
Which test is this? I wonder. Test. A test.
It requires
power.
I'm not saying it's like as destroyed as broken as he.
Yeah, the thing is that.
Well, no. I mean, okay. I'm trying to figure out how I can fix this.
With a lot of time and not in this room.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Let me just say let me just say, for tendrils of corrosion, the effects of this power are reversible by someone capable of doing basic maintenance and repairs to the equipment, such as a heretic. This requires a few minutes of time and attention and must be dealt with outside of combat, but requires no tests. If you have tech use, you can basically fix this thing.
Oh, I could fix. I could do that while I'm healing up.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, Fronner.
I mean, basically. Okay, I'll shut up.
Sorry. Vonner hands it back and says, "You were lucky. The only thing wrong with it is all the corrosion. Simply replacing the parts inside of it through careful maintenance should get it back up and going. So we have a blight, a pest, and a Nurgle infestation. I need to talk to Leonis.
Okay. So
You have some cleaning servitors coming into the med bay spraying stuff.
It's 8 o'clock.
it's 8 o'clock.
It is. It's 8
not.
o'clock over on Daniel.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah, you, I guess, go to the bridge.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm really hurt, but I come up, I walk up, I say, shower! I was like, taking shower, now!
Or, yeah, you can either do that or get some of the servitors to pick you up and carry you to there.
Is that, and it says, like, it comes up, tells John's character about the princess. Have someone pick her. Tells John character about the princess, and it says pick her up and mine. I will share if you're maybe share if I'm in a good mood.
Connor looks at her and says,
"You know what, Clover? You know what? Gain an extra point of corruption since you have seduced a teenager, a 13-year-old.
And you want to bang her.
Yes. Just
no,
because that was
no,
also you gain a point of infamy because Slanesh approves.
I just wasn't.
just take it
Hey,
and go.
you said get them out of the way, so I did the easiest way I could.
You did the
you invalidated her right to rule by her chastity.
Okay, so, I guess.
That's how Frauner's viewing it. So yeah, he nods his head approvingly, as he says that's one way of getting rid of it. You're getting rid of a snag.
Okay, so.
And the prince is currently bleeding from his ass.
Stops, thinks about it. It's like dysentery.
Yes.
Rolls his eyes. Frauner goes to the command deck real quick on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're agreed by Biz.
Yes. Anything happened while I was being treated for the wounds I sustained?
Daniel?
He's not here. He's walking with his dad.
Okay, so I will... Okay, oh, yeah. Okay,
We'll wait, we'll wait.
I will,
We'll wait. Instead of going straight there, I'll go take a quick shower.
Okay.
And have, Joanna help me out.
Okay.
You like what I said?
I was like, help me! I need to get the shower.
Oh my... Did not know the prince is into that stuff. Oh, you... Well... Go. Well, that would be the idea of a Slanesh worshipper when they probably think bleeding ass.
Yep. So Gat doesn't even think of dysentery, she just thinks of ass rape.
Does he need one special little, like, seat pillows?
She probably thinks so.
Okay, so,
I'm getting a quick shower in while we're waiting for Daniel. In character, I'm getting that shower. And also
I come up, it's like, take me! I need shower.
You have multiple shower rooms on board.
Yeah, no. Frauner gets, hang on one second. Sarah to one of the normal showers. Has a couple of the female whores moving about the ship help clean her up while I head to my personal shower with Joanna in tow.
Okay.
And Cat's frantically having her lab disinfected.
Yeah, she kind of had. Yeah, Clover would be actually. Justara would have brought some of the. Well, at least as she walked around, she would have brought some of that taint and also the taint on the building with her. But it wouldn't. She's not like she was hit by a Nurgle psychic power.
No, but still, there's rot everywhere, and that stuff stinks, and that stuff cleans it to fur and
Yeah,
stuff.
and you need to be. So it's a medical deck. You're attempting to be sterile, quote unquote.
Yeah. As sterile as Slanestra allows it to be.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Devona's cleaning. Justara and Frana are taking showers. Biz is doing whatever she does on the bridge.
Acted goofy.
Okay, well, if Daniel doesn't come back, I can get on and just quickly tell what Biz has been told, because not exactly much has happened. Only thing is that Cult of Lionis called and told you guys to GTFO out of the area because
which we already
going to
have.
bombard Skull Cove.
Yeah. No,
you weren't in the medical bay, so you probably don't know.
Yeah, no.
He was just checking up. He just called to check up to make sure that you are getting out because he has taken a liking to you and he doesn't want you to die so soon.
I'm a resource that can be pointed to a different direction.
Yes, and that would be very wasteful if that resource broke.
You are a valuable currency.
You do not get put in the front of the line when it comes to the importance. You get probably about the middle.
Guys.
Okay.
We got a little problem.
You need to go?
No.
Spit it out, man.
Message from Miles.
Well, but I'm tired from being on some things. Don't.
Hey, Daniel. Nicholas. Your +1 infamy brought me to 30, where I can keep my minions. I still have enough.
What was your infamy to? You just got +1. So what did you?
You brought me down. You brought me down to. I come up by. It's like I had 40.
You lost 13 infamy.
Yeah, it's like it brought me back down to. It brought me down to 20. It brought me down to 29, and the +1 brought it to 30.
Okay.
No, you had 40 beforehand.
Huh?
Oh, I had 41.
Okay, which would minus 13 would be 28.
28. So, my math bad.
Okay. Okay. It's okay. Well,
I was one off. At least I'm actually reducing it.
That's why I was kind of wanting to, since Jesse's gone and Clover and Justara can't, do anything for the rest of the session. That's why I was wanting to get over to Miles.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm taking shower. Because it's
I mean, are you guys going to be doing something, or can I jump over?
I'm just
jump over.
I'm kind of part beast, so I don't like being dirty. So thus I'm kind of automatic and it's like corrupted by my whole entire race is corrupted by Zinch and Slanesh, so we kind of really don't like Nurgle too much.
Okay, but hey, Miles, are you there? I mean, you guys basically are kind of just taking showers and dicking around, so I'm gonna jump to Rommel.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's still with us.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get Miles. Are you there?
I'd like to know why my PMs are getting posted.
Because this is something that needs to be said anyway, dude. We're trying to get the group back together.
I was trying to apologize to you, John.
I'm gonna see you guys later.
Alright, see ya, Clover.
Why are you apologizing?
Because you were getting butthurt over me getting fed up with everyone being so spread out and taking almost 4 hours to get to me.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to gather everybody up.
No, it's partial. Well, okay, let's. Okay, well, okay, whatever. Jesse can't. Well, I kind of pushed Miles' thing back because Jesse was here and Jesse told me he couldn't. He had a time limit left. I wanted to at least do him since he was complaining about last week when him and Clover basically did jack shit. So basically they did their thing. Since he's gone, his character is not. Well, just rest. You're gonna be stuck there until the next session. So basically we're jumping to Miles since it seems that Bronner and Venom want to dick around. Well, and so Miles. Kaiser Rommel, you are. No, the thing is, I wanted to make sure everyone can play and everyone has good time, which is, and the thing is, Miles, you are, Kaiser Rommel, you are continuing on. You've just gotten done killing Caliban. What is your game plan after that? So you've got his Vector auto gun with the silencer. It did kind of get dropped down to common craftsmanship because, well, it kind of got battered about when you blasted apart Caliban.
Well, I filled up some bags with stuff, and I was going to try to basically get out of the quote-unquote public eye, or just at least away from the rivers of blood I made. And I kind of want the corpse of my assassin back. But I don't know about the plague or anything.
You want the... Oh, I put her in the dead pile. Okay. To get Coyote back, you would have to go back to the palace. Are you confident with doing that?
Yes, I'm confident.
Okay, so you go back to the palace.
I have a machine gun. They have sticks and stones. I am confident.
Oh. The thing is, you quickly hurry back to the palace. You don't have Medicaid or any type of medical kit, so neither you or Nez, so you kind of are just going there, walking.
Neither one of us are trained in medicine.
Okay, yeah. So as you basically make your way back to the palace, it's not that hard. The palace is basically in the center of the city anyways, so it's, and many roads lead to it. Many roads eventually lead to it. So I'm just saying, and since you've moved around the city for a bit, you won't have to take any navigate surface. It's not you're not trying to navigate a hive city. This is rather easy to do.
Yeah.
And so you basically are walking back. You're just gonna barge in and?
Well, I understand there was actually there was Laz Zap's fire earlier.
As you are walking back, however, you do start hearing the sounds of las guns, and you do hear the discharge of a plasma gun.
Okay. Can I tell where that's coming from?
From the palace.
Okay. Can I use my stealth skill to just kind of get a better vantage point?
What? Well, you don't really need to use your stealth skill. You're trying to be sneaky about it, right?
Yeah, just minimize who/what sees me.
Sorry, damn it. All this stuff needs to be
preferably that giant horde.
Well, the thing is that that's not going to be... stuff is happening. Don't worry. I'll be doing stuff on the GM overlay. Because that unfortunately dropped on that thing. So... don't worry, they're not going to be coming after you because other people are shooting at them at the moment.
Daka.
It wouldn't be okay. So yeah, you could do stealth. You would gain basically a +20 because people aren't paying attention to you. The gunfire definitely does cover your presence.
Because my objective is just to get my minion's corpse back and
yeah, but if you're trying to
get off this rock.
Okay, but if you're trying to get a vantage point without being caught out in the open or basically being noticed, that would just be stealth plus 20.
Oh.
Yeah, it's rather easy for you to partially. I'm just saying plus 20 because no one's paying attention to you. You do get up to a vantage point, and that's where you do see. Damn it! Now GM shit this. It's basically where you do see the House Lioness soldiers. They are currently fighting off. This is actually before the palace gates. Before one of the palace gates, they are currently fighting off this horde of
Hello?
Don't need to roll anything. You immediately from having demonology. You can tell, or just you can tell they're Nurglings.
Nurglings are one of those. Nurglings are one of those creatures where you kind of.
I'll fill you in a bit, Eric, when we get back to your bit. But so yeah. So Kaiser, yeah, and you're kind of up on a raised elevation. Neither one really notices you, but you and Inez are crouched down. How is your game plan? You could there's enough to if you could take a long way around to get into the palace. Just right now, it doesn't look like you can do it. Note these soldiers are retreating. These soldiers are retreating towards what you see off in the distance is basically the wing of an Aquila lander.
Yeah.
They're retreating to the left. They are retreating to the left or coming in.
How big is this Nurgling horde?
70.
Oh, jeez. Can I try to use my comm bead in hopes of getting a hold of Sanders, since he seemed to at least be somewhat reasonable?
Oh, okay.
If I can see him.
Okay, yeah, you can. Well, when you see bursts of plasma fire from.
I assume that would be him.
Yes, he's the only one. And then you try your Vox Link, but all you get on the other, as you turn that on, the thing is you get a massive amount of static from your ear. In fact, it's loud. You pull your microbead out of your ear as that, because it's a massive amount of static coming on it, almost as if it's being jammed.
Well, how far away are they?
You're on okay. Basically.
Well, I mean, like, for example, if I were to make a torch or, like, shine a light at them, would they see it?
It's nighttime. Yeah, they could if they were paying attention in that direction. Yeah,
or is there something that we can bust down in the Nurgling's way?
You could start shooting at them. I mean, generally the sound of your chain gun would probably bring them to look up and say, like, who the fuck is that? Because we don't have any of those. That is much louder than a las gun or a plasma pistol.
If that's a las gun, the noise box just turned up a lot.
Yeah, and they would definitely look in your direction, and that might. But the thing is, currently they're kind of on a withdrawing gun pattern where they're just withdrawing as they're shooting.
Well, I'm trying to get a hold of them so they don't run away and leave me to be overrun by lings.
Well, are you sure you want to go back on their ship?
Well, no, I just want them to cover me and.
Okay, Kaiser Ramos just kind of thinking, if he has to be stuck with a rogue trader, he might as well. It's better than dying here.
Pretty much. I have bargaining chips. Kind of. But I have the high ground
However, from your chain gun, they will probably look up and notice you, and no doubt they will notice you are there. You could then, after firing off, and them could shout over, or you could potentially shout. The las guns are not that loud. You could potentially just shout over them if you wanted to.
So I want to be one of those guys. Yell. I want to be I want a commissar yell over the shooting.
Yeah, it would. Not the loudest thing you're trying to go over is a plasma gun, and that's not much louder. I mean, there's no bolt weapons that are going off, so you don't have to deal with those roars.
Basically, is there like anything wooden that Inez could shoot to knock down flaming debris or make debris that are now on fire in the Nurgling's path?
Not really. There's just a lot of stone. Not really anything. Well, not anything that would. Inez is. Well, you're confident that you could take out with a las gun. You could shoot at the stone with some of the stone pillars with your chain gun, and you probably have enough impact force to break through it and cause parts to collapse. You're not entirely too sure how King Donald of Godwin's going to react, but
he can remodel the city later if he survives. Either way, I'm going to try to shout over the cracks of these las guns and the pew pew of a plasma gun.
Okay.
To get Sanders' attention.
What exactly do you say?
I yell, "Sanders, over here!"
Do you stand up and kind of like waving?
Pretty much. I'm just kind of leaning out with my chain gun, and it's pointed at the Nurglings or something.
And I'm not having them do their combat partially because this is just. I'm just saying this is like a massive horde. It's not just 70. It's just like a lot of Nurglings. And
it
Sanders
is an unending Nurgling horde.
Or whatnot. And also Sanders looks up and says, looks up to you and looks up at you and sees you're waving your chain gun and is like, "Are you gonna use that thing, or are you gonna wave it around?"
Okay, that's all I needed for him to do. So yes, I proceed to aim. Since I have the high ground, shooting at lower targets, I believe I get a +10.
Yeah.
But I want to start knocking over columns onto or in front of the Nurglings.
Well, you would still generally get
just to give them something they have to clamber over.
You would basically kind of you would still get the +10 for what you're having to shoot, since you mostly would be shooting at the bottoms of these stone pillars and columns. And there's other different things, like there's statues dedicated to, you think, maybe the emperor and other imperial saints and potentially kings of Epot, former kings of Epot. But I'm pretty sure your character has no regret shooting those down.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, is walk.
I think I lost people.
Well, that's what I want to do, is walk my chain gun across these things.
Okay, that's easy to do. Yeah, so you get a +10, which would negate your +10 for being your Meg 10 for full autoing, and then you could reach no reason for time. You could brace in half action, or you're not really in combat.
Knock down something that the Nurglings have to actually get around or over.
Yeah, that's easy to do. You basically, so if you just have action aim and then full auto while bracing, that would be +10. You range, you easily get another +10. So yeah, so +20 to that.
Hold on. My internet's acting up a second, so I gotta switch the channel.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, Eric.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay, so yeah, basically what happened was Clover kind of got KO'd. Clover got KO'd, Soryukin style. And
yeah, I heard bits about arguing about should I burn a fate point or whatever, burn the infamy or whatever.
Yeah, which Clover kind of took a long time to come up with. But anyways, So that's what happened. We kind of jumped to that's what we did with there. We had them because they met up with Pest, the female psyker dedicated to Nurgle. Rasputin summoned forth and basically called forth for Scalathororex, the herald of Nurgle, who was one of the 4 heralds of the Dark Gods, who gave him his prophecy to find a man from the stars, and that man will basically have the women from his tribe mate with this individual, and the child born from this mating will be the next great champion of chaos.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that backstory for him.
Sorry, and that's the thing. And so basically, he summoned for Scalathororex, to kind of because Rasputin was wanting to meet with their leader, because Rasputin has no idea who exactly is this child of the stars. The heralds were extremely vague on that concept. So
I hear a lot of people paper shuffling.
Is something happening, Daniel? Well, anyways, I'll talk for. So basically, Scalathororex, however, replied that Pest and her master had made a compact with him to deliver this world in the name of Nurgle, and basically for their entire objective to use this world to create their plague virus, they made that compact with Scalathororex as their patron. And then Jistara, basically go back and forth. Pest tries to tell Rasputin and Jistara that, hey, you two are not against Nurgle. You're unaligned, so I don't have to kill you. You don't serve Slaanesh. Why not join Nurgle? Then Clover pissed off Pest. Pest basically force-stormed Jistara and killed Jistara. And basically Clover was forced to burn infamy, and then Jistara was sent through the warp as the gods opened up a portal, as she was dying.
Yeah.
Because she does die. So she did die. Her soul was sent through the warp, and she actually just warp portaled onto the coldest night.
You like my description of the
literally a hole in the wall opened up, and Jistara went flying out, and onto one of the medical chairs, or just medical desks, or whatever, the surgeon thingies, whatever you call them. And then currently she was carried away by one of these servitors to go take a shower, because she does not smell good at all, and she was just she's not in a good way anyways. What Clover actually did to Burn was he burned so that he would be taken out of the session, so not the one where he would be dropped down to 1 wound.
Yeah, I remember listening on that part.
And so none of that stuff happened, and then we are going off with Miles and him being him doing what he's doing with as Kaiser Rommel.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, if it happened like that, I mean, it happened like Slaanesh. Wait, no, Slaanesh actually lost in that, and who cares? Slaanesh is still making videos of it. She puts it on.
And I'm trying to walk a chain gun across some
Okay,
architecture I don't care
roll
about.
ballistic skill plus 20.
Yeah, I just want to walk a full auto chain gun across this stuff to make some
Or
debris
not really
that'll give the guardsmen a break.
You're not really having to walk. The main thing is just you're standing still and kind of just moving that across. You're turning your torso, so you're just like...
Yeah, that's walking.
That's walking.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were mean like you were just walking across.
No.
Like I can't really call you as being braced. You don't. Okay, you do cause a number of these stone pillars to collapse. You don't really. It's not really. The degrees for failing is not exactly that bad. It would just depend on how far you block up the Nurglings. But since they're small anyways, it takes them a while to get past things to begin with. So you do cause plenty of destruction. You basically light up your chain gun, empty about, I would say 2 full auto actions.
Oh god, I'm down to 80 rounds on this mag.
2 full auto actions, and that basically